welcome to your yoga flow this morning. My name is Jasmine, for those of you that haven't yet practiced with me before. So we have a new moon this evening, and new moons are a time for really slowing down and stepping into our bodies, arriving in our physical form and in our hearts and not in our heads. So a lot of power yoga is actually quite a yang energy, it's quite a get up and go energy. So this morning we're really going to slow things down. We're still going to flow through, it's still going to be dynamic, but we're going to be really intuitive with our movements and move in a way that feels right and instinctive for our bodies and the energy that we have right now. Of course, if you've got an abundance of energy, you can go for it. You chaturanga with 3 limbs or whatever you need to do. But we're going to be really taking it back to some primal and innate instinctive movements this morning. Okay, so let's start in child's pose. I'd like you to take the knees wide and the toes together, sitting the hips onto the heels, and then just releasing the weight over and down onto the legs. Bringing the forehead to meet the mat. And bring both palms to meet the earth. So just starting by grounding our body, grounding ourselves in this practice. Breathing into the palms of the hands. And breathing out from the back of the pelvis. So just taking a few rounds of deep yogic breathing here, filling the lungs on each inhale. And emptying the lungs on each exhale. See if you can slow down and deepen your breath. Just before we begin to flow through now, just check in with yourself and see where your energy is at this morning. Do you feel an abundance of strength? Do you feel an increase of energy in your muscles? How do your limbs feel? How do your joints feel? Then begin to lift the palms off the floor and push the fingers down into the earth. So we're activating and lengthening along the length of the arms, activating into the shoulders, energizing and strengthening through upper body. On your next inhale, place the hands down to the floor and begin to snake forwards into baby cobra. From here, as we reach the exhale, we push the hips back and come back to our child's pose. On the inhale, we snake forwards, coming into a little bit of a higher cobra. Keep the elbows soft just for now. Exhale, push the hips back in space, child's pose. So really slow and methodical with each movement. Inhale, snaking forward from base of spine, upper back, all the way out through to maybe your full cobra this time. And then exhale, push the hips back in space, child's pose. Last time, deep breath in, snaking forward, articulate the spine. Pushing the pelvis down, lifting through the heart. Your option here to stay in cobra, or you can tuck the knees and lift them off the floor and float in up dog. So your choice if you'd like to take that version today, or we keep the thighs down, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, gaze at your right toes. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. As we exhale and gaze to the right, we bring left shoulder to the floor. Inhale, lift to center. Exhale, right shoulder to the floor. Inhale, lift to center. One more each way. Exhale, lowering, twisting. Inhale. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, lift. From here, pushing the hips back, we come into a tabletop position. And we're just taking time to mobilize through the wrists and through the hips. So take 3 big circles, ironing through any tension you might be feeling in the wrists. And let's take that the other way. 3 big circles, rocking the weight forwards, pushing the weight back, breathing deep into the belly. Let's take 1 more. Coming into your tabletop now, hands directly under the shoulders. We're going to move through cat and cow. So drop the belly button down, open your heart and tilt the tailbone. Inhale. As you exhale, we tuck the tailbone under, belly squeezes up. Closing off the eyes, really moving now intuitively and instinctively for your body. What do you need to do? What movement do you need to create for yourselves to wake your body up? To open through the joints. To massage through connective tissues, tendons, ligaments. Maybe you want to take a creative cat where you take circles with the head and with the pelvis. There's no rules here, there's no right or wrong, just moving in a way that feels good for your body. Bending the elbows. And then maybe you'd like to join head to tail, so we squeeze right side in moving in the direction of the right hip. Inhale, find center. Exhale, joining left side, tail and hip towards the ear. Inhale, center. 1 more each way. From here, take a big step forward with your right foot in between your hands. And just take a moment to arrive. So you might want to do a few little circles with the knee. Twisting, rocking the weight forwards and back. Arrive in your low lunge. So from this low lunge, we're going to transition and move fluidly between 2 positions. So tucking that back foot, we're going to rotate towards the front knee and come into a rotated lunge. So I'm on the outside of my lower back foot, on my pinky toe, and I'm reaching my hand towards the back wall. I roll onto the outer edge of my front foot. As we come back through to center, you have the option of staying here in your low lunge, or if you have the space to, we're going to twist to a half malasana and open that back leg, so we're turning the foot out. You might be up on the ball of the foot here, maybe the heels drop down, maybe you're staying in your low lunge. So let's flow between these 2 positions 3 times. So inhale, open into that twisted lunge, and then as you exhale, half malasana. Inhale, twisted lunge, push the hips down, and then spiraling round, half malasana. Last time, remember you can stay in that lunge if you need to. Exhale, malasana. Come back through to that lunge if you're not here already. And we're switching legs. Right leg goes back, Left leg comes forwards. Once again, take time to arrive. Maybe you want to rock the knee outwards and inwards. Maybe you need to straighten that leg off and deeply bend. If you spend a lot of time sitting, it takes a while for the hip flexors to get used to this position. So this area in the front of the hip takes some time to adjust. So making sure you found your version of your low lunge. Front knee stacked over front ankle. Tuck your back toe, lift the knee. And we twist towards the left leg, rolling onto the outside edge of the back foot, reaching towards the back wall. Pushing the hips down, feel an opening in the side hip here. And then as we exhale, come back through, round to centre. Option to stay in your low lunge. Option to keep rotating around, finding half malasana. Again, know that you can lift up onto that foot, up onto that heel if you need to, or it might be dropping down. Your option is to stay in your low lunge. Let's take that 3 times. So deep breath in, we come into that rotated low lunge, reach through the hand. As you exhale, rotate round, hands come to heart center, heart lifts. As we inhale, rotating around, moving as your body wants to move. Do what feels good. And come back through to center. Let's take one more time. Inhale. Reaching, exhale, and then coming back through to centre. Send both legs back. I'm going to tuck the toes and lift into a down dog. So plant the hands down, toes tuck, and then your hips lift. Begin to pad through your feet, waking up the backs of the legs, waking up soles of the feet. The distance between your hands and your feet should be shoulder width distance. And we're pushing the chest through the arms. So put the weight into your left leg, and then with your right knee, let's just make 3 circles. 2, 1. Let's change sides. So right leg roots down, left knee makes 3 circles. 2, and 1. Grounding both heels towards the floor. It doesn't matter if they don't reach. Maybe you want to rock the hip side to side. Feeling how that opens up side body. Breathing into the ribs. From here we're going to snake through to our high plank. So starting by tucking the pelvis under, snake through all the way till we reach that high plank position. Option to drop the knees down here. And then as we exhale, bend the knees, push the hips up and back, and lengthen. Inhale, snaking forwards, take your time, no rush. We find our high plank, long spine. And then as we exhale, bend the knees, push the hips back and up, and lengthen. Let's take this 2 more times. Deep breath in, rolling through the spine, tuck the head and then lengthen out from the throat. Exhale, knees bend, begin to push the hips up and back. Last time, deep breath in. Feeling the heat, a warmth in the body now. And then exhale, knees push back, lifting up. Take your time to walk your feet in towards your hands now, baby steps. Maybe you're bending the knees here. Maybe hands are coming to shins or thighs. When you reach your forward fold, shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Make sure you're releasing through the muscles in the back of the neck. And then tuck the chin. Slowly grounding into the heels, we begin to roll up through the spine, restacking vertebra by vertebra until we reach mid-back, upper back, shoulders roll up, back and down. We flow through with our sun salutations. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. I'm taking you through a different version to what we usually do this morning, so follow along with me. Inhale, find your half lift, long spine. Hands might come to shins, maybe they come to the tops of the floor or the feet. Exhale, release down. Inhale, step your right leg back, drop the back knee. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, come to crescent lunge. We're reaching those arms up. Ajani mudra, index finger pointing up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, step that leg back. And then as we exhale, we're going to lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra, lifting the heart center forward. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, lifting up into crescent lunge. Exhale, hands meet the floor. Inhale, back foot steps to front foot, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up, we roll. Reaching the arms up and overhead, we lengthen. Exhale, heart center. So really slowly flowing through. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg steps back. Drop the back knee, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, Ajani mudra. Index finger, middle finger pointing up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, back foot steps back. Knees, chest, chin, we lower. Exhale. Inhale, open the heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Inhale, left foot steps in between the hands. Exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead to lengthen. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, find your forward fold, releasing over the legs, tuck the chin. And then inhale, slowly rolling up through the spine. Reaching the arms up and overhead. We take one more round on each side. This time we flow through a little bit quicker. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg steps back, keep the toe tucked, and we lift up to crescent lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin or chaturanga with knees off. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot steps in between the hands, straight into crescent lunge, we lift. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, roll up through the spine, tuck the chin, lift the arms, lift the gaze, reach up, hands meet, exhale, heart center. Last time through, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half lift, long spine, lengthen the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find your crescent lunge, left leg steps back. Exhale, hands come down. Back foot meets front foot. From here we lower chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, your choice. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Holding your down dog for a few deep breaths here before we finish this sun salutation. Breathing in. Find stillness, breathing out. Inhale. Exhale, heels melt down to the ground. One more, inhale. Exhale, chest pushes through the arms. Inhale, stepping your left foot in between the hands all the way up into your crescent lunge. Breathe in. Exhale, hands come down. Stepping into your forward fold. Staying here for me, toe-hitting the feet so they are hip-width distance apart. Taking your yogi grip, your peace fingers behind your big toes. If you're not yet reaching the floor, you can take a bend to the knees. Inhale, lift your heart center forward and open your chest. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows, drawing the chest and chin closer to the thighs. Inhale, crown of the head grows closer to the earth. And then exhale, we soften into this pose. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. The last time, breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale, lift your heart and pause. Option to hold on to the backs of the legs. Maybe you can slot the hands underneath the feet. Pandas on the hastas, feet on the hands. Inhale, lift your heart. And then as you exhale, elbows bend out to the sides and we release into the forward fold. If you're not up for monkey business today, you don't want to stand on your hands. You can just hold the backs of the legs. 2 more breaths. Releasing those hands. You're going to toe heel the feet even wider this time, so the heels are in line with the outer edges of the mat, toes are turning outwards, and we're going to drop the hips down and sit into our Hindi squat, Malasana. So the knees are rotating out to the side, and we have a tendency here to want to drop and round the back in. So use the knees as a leverage on the inner thighs to push the knees outwards. Hands come to meet in heart center. Shut down the eyes. To flutter the eyelids open and taking the right hand, we're going to take the right hand, swoop it in front of the right leg and lift the left arm up, gaze at the hand. And then releasing, come back through to center, hips sink, heart lifts. And then the left hand sweeps in front of the left leg, wedging the shoulder in front of the knee, right arm reaches high, gaze up. Come back through to center, hands meet, open the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades. Option to repeat, option to take bind, hand reaching in front, bending, taking that top arm and reaching for the hands behind. If that bind is too much, we come to the open arm position and opening to that side bend. 2 more breaths, we hold here, inhale. And then on the next in-breath, we come back through to center this time. Left arm coming in front, bending, top arm reaching up, back and behind, reaching for the hands if we're taking the bind. If the hands don't meet, we stay in that open body position, enjoying that opening through side body. 2 more breaths. Inhale, coming back through to center. Bring the hands to the floor. We're going to step both feet back to your high plank position. From here, take the knees wide, toes together, and push back into child's pose. Breathing into the chest, feeling the ribs and the lungs expand sideways. Begin to energize through your breath and come back up into your downward facing dog for me. Toes tuck and knees lift. Going to lift the right leg off the floor and bend the knee. And take 3 big circles with that knee in the air. 3, 2, opening through the hip, and 1. Reverse the circle. 3, big circles. 2, last 1. Then sending this leg in between the hands. We're going to come into pigeon. So knee is closer towards the right edge of the mat. We're opening up the angle behind the knee, looking to get the front shin in line with the front edge of the mat eventually. I'm not there yet, so don't worry if you're not. And we sit up on the hips. So we're rolling the left hip down towards the mat. It's going to have a tendency to want to roll away. Bring the hands in front of the leg and open through the heart. And with your exhale, just feel the hands guide you down. Walking out. And nod the head down to the floor. We're staying here for 5 deep breaths. So with each inhale, find space. And with each exhale, soften into the hips. 4 more breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, placing the hands underneath the shoulders, we push the heart away. Finding your plank. Option to push back to down dog. Option to flow through a vinyasa. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Bending the left knee. This time we take 3 big circles with that knee in the air. 3, 2, 1. Changing the direction, we circle. 3, 2, and 1. Big circle. Taking that knee in between the hands, coming into pigeon pose, extending the back knee long, opening up through the angle behind the knee as much as you can. Rolling that open hip down towards the mat. Bringing the hands in front of the body. Take a deep breath in, feel your heart open, your chest expand, and with each exhale, just start to ease yourself down into this hip opener. We remain here for 5 deep breaths. Know that with hip opening, sometimes we feel a resistance to want to let go, which is perfectly normal. See if you can encourage your body to soften. Two more deep breaths here. On your inhale, begin to activate the body. Hands come down. finding your plank or pushing back to down dog, we flow through a vinyasa. Meeting in down dog, we're going to lift the right leg up this time, open through the hip, and then step the foot in between the hands. Plant your back foot down at 90 degrees and windmill upside on. So we're in a warrior two lower leg stance with the straight front leg. Begin to leave the hips behind you and pitch forward, coming into triangle, reaching, lengthening, and then bring the hand down, top arm up. Can you lift your gaze? Remember, we're not aiming to reach the floor here, we're aiming to keep the shoulders in one straight plane. So if you feel yourself collapsing down, come higher up that leg. We have a two-way pull here, top arm reaching up, bottom hand lengthening down, crown of the head growing long. Holding for 3 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath together here. And as you exhale, look down at your bottom hand. Release the top hand down, coming into a low lunge. Toe heel your front leg outwards. So the foot is turned out and the knee is turning out as well. Coming into a lizard pose. Hands can come to the floor, forearms can come to the floor. Breathing for 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, melt your heart. 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, begin to activate the body and push up onto the hands. You have an option to stay here, or we can take a rotated dragon. So we rock the weight forwards and bend into that back knee. You can keep it bent, or you can twist, right hand reaching for the foot, and we open through the heart. Drop the hips down, gazing up, 3 breaths. Slow your breathing down. As you breathe out, you release that back foot slowly. Hands come to the floor. We step back to our plank. Option to take down dog, option to flow through a vinyasa. Meeting in down dog. Here we send the other leg high, so left leg reaching high, open the hip. Stepping that foot in between the hands, planting the back foot down at 90 degrees. Windmill up into warrior two stance, other leg. Straightening off that front leg, we're going to leave the hips behind us, reaching, lengthening through that front arm. Hand comes down to shin, to ankle, to foot, top arm reaches high. Can you gaze up? Find your breath. We're here for 3 rounds. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feeling that opening along the inner thigh, the grounding through the feet here. And on your next exhale, gazing down at the floor, hands come to the floor. We're going to bring the back knee down, and you're toe heeling that foot outwards. So toes are facing out. It's a wide stance through the hips. We come into lizard pose, either on the hands or we come down onto the forearms. The back has a tendency to round here, but try and push the pelvis down and lengthen the spine. Breathing for 3. Softening for 2. Relaxing for 1. And then we're inhaling lift ourselves back up onto our hands. This time we're twisting round to the left, rocking the weight forwards, bending the back knee. Either just leaving that knee bent or you're reaching through with the hand and we're taking that twist into the upper body. Allow yourself to spiral round and gaze upwards and back if you can. We breathe here for 3 rounds. Feel that powerful opening in your front thigh. And push your hips down to the floor. Last breath. Releasing that leg gently and softly, pushing both legs back. We're going to take a closed leg child's pose after those hip openers. So bring the knees close, toes together, sit the hips back, and then rest down, head meeting the floor. Just take a moment here to feel safe, to feel balanced, and to come back to your breathing. Bringing your hand under each shoulder, pushing the floor away, coming all the way around to sit on your hips. We're going to open the legs up into a wide leg position now, so opening the legs wide, just until you get a little bit of a stretch through the inner thighs. We're flexing into the sides of the feet. Bringing the hands forwards, we're going to begin to melt the heart down towards the floor. So lifting through the chest center, and then as you exhale, feel the weight of the breath dropping you down. Maybe you're resting with the hands on the floor, maybe the forearms, maybe you're taking palms to provide some support for the head, maybe flats of the hands. Maybe you want to use the arms to walk out and lengthen away from you. We're here for just 3 breaths, so try and lengthen the back on your inhale and melt your heart on the exhale. On your inhale, gaze forwards and start to walk your hands back to your hips. We're going to walk over to the right leg. So twisting the body so your heart is splitting the direction of that knee. And we're going to walk the hands just so they are stretching out and lengthening as much as your body will allow you to. Take a deep breath in and lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, draw your forehead to relax over the leg. Keeping your body releasing down, reach your left arm forwards. Left arm reaches forward, then we take that arm up and then lengthen over. Breathing for 3. Breathing for 2. Breathing for 1. Releasing all the way up, lengthen up and out of the sit bones, interlace the hands, grow tall, grow long. Breathe in, and as you exhale, twist over to the other side. Hand coming either side of the knee, twisting and revolving the heart so it splits the knee. Begin to walk the hands out long on that leg. Heart lengthening forwards, and then as you exhale, releasing down. Leaving the body in that position, but reaching the front arm forwards. So right arm reaching forwards, send that arm up. So we open through side body, inhale, reach both arms up. Lengthen up and out of the sit bones, interlace the arms, reach, reach, reach. Lengthen. And we take under the knees, bring the knees together. And rocking back onto the mat. Take the knees in close to the body, give them a squeeze. And we're coming into a twisted recline posture just to rinse through the spine. So taking the arms out to cactus or to straight arms if you have the space. And we drop the knees over to the right side, head to the left. Maybe you want to take the hand to the outside of the thigh just to open through the hip a little bit more. Breathe deep into the belly. And inhale, bringing those legs back through to center. Allow them to tip over to the other side, head turning away from the legs. Once again, you can use the hand on the outside of the thigh just to deepen that twist. See if you can encourage all tension to leave the belly now as you breathe deeply. And then bringing those legs back through to center. Taking your time to stretch them out long, turning the palms upwards, melting, surrendering into Shavasana. Taking a moment to acknowledge any and all sensations that you can feel in your heart space. And as you give yourself this gift of stillness, truly come back to you and your body and how you feel. Beginning to deepen your inhale now to activate the body. You can begin to shift the back on the floor, wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe have a stretch or a yawn. When you're ready, coming over onto one side and pushing yourself up into a seated position with me. Bringing your hands to meet, to prayer at your heart center. And just being proud of yourself to take this time to step out of your head and arrive in your heart. Take both hands to cover your heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Blessing blessings of health and happiness. Om Shanti. Namaste.